All right. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kelsey from Sequus. Welcome to this week's Flip Chart Friday. Today we're going to go behind the scenes with building a website. Now, whether you're building a new website or revamping an old website or building a website from scratch or revamping an old website, there's a lot of moving parts that go into building a site, and some of them you might see and some of them you might not. So today I'm going to go through some of the things that you may not see, and I'm going to be talking about, processes that we do here at Sequus. So even if you're not building a website with us, hopefully it gives you some insight into some questions you can be asking your marketing team building you a website. All right, so the first thing is keyword research. So here at Sequus, our SEO account managers take a deep dive into local keyword search volume for your business for each website that we build. So they look into what's being searched the most in your area, and after that, we'll actually make a recommendation as to maybe what pages you can add, what pages you may want to rewrite, or even maybe a recommendation about reorganizing your site structure to improve the optimization of your site. And here at Sequus, we actually write up to 30 pages of new content for free to make sure that your site is optimized at the highest quality. All right, the second one is picking colors. This might seem very simple, but it can actually be a bit of a process. So we start with your brand colors. Most people have a main brand color and a secondary brand color. And then we pick a conversion color. So it has to look good with your main brand color and your secondary color, but it also needs to pop out. Not all colors work for conversion colors. And a conversion color, by the way, is a color that most of your buttons are going to be, or your calls to action, or places that you really want to focus the user's attention. So colors that work best for this are oranges, yellows, blues, and greens. So we've got a couple options there, and we have to figure out what works best. We also want to make sure we're adding some neutral colors in there, because you want to balance your website look with a balance of bright colors and neutral colors. If everything is too bright, you're going to distract the user. But if it is too dull, then you're not going to be able to get the focus to any specific place. You want to make sure it's balanced out to drive their focus and attention to your calls to action, so you can make sure to maximize conversion. So here at Sequus, we often create up to 3 different color schemes, and before we decide on the best one, to make sure that we're getting it exactly right. All right, next is mockups. So mockup is basically a static image that reflects how your website will look when it's live. We start with drawing wireframes by hand, and we create mockups digitally on desktop. We create mobile mockups, which is a mockup of how your website would look on a phone or tablet. Oftentimes a mobile mockup is a lot different than a desktop mockup. We usually end up eliminating quite a few graphics and kind of paring and simplifying everything down to just maximize user experience. We also create mockups for how the menus are going to look. We create hover mockups, which on desktop is a mockup of how an element or graphic would look when someone hovers on it with their mouse. Maybe it changes color, maybe it animates, things of that nature. And we also create mockups for 404 pages, which are the pages that come up when someone mistypes a URL on your site or if the page is not found. And our 404 mockups, they're custom branded for each site and client. So why do we do this? Because it's all in the details. We make sure to get every single detail right, because it truly makes a difference for your brand and your brand credibility when you've got all of these details lined up and in order. All right, number 4 is email marketing integration. This is a really important behind the scenes element of your website. Here at Sequus, we make sure to, if you don't already have one, create you an email marketing database, and we integrate it with the site. So what that means is every email that's submitted on your site is going to be added to a customer list that you can then take and send out things like newsletters, announcements, coupon offers, things of that nature. And with all of our site builds, we also include a branded newsletter template so that you can go in and send those out yourself, and it can look great and be aligned with the design of your website. All right, last thing is social media. So one thing people often forget when they rebrand and redesign their website is they need to update their social profiles to align with that same look. So here we make sure to take a look at all of the social channels that you have, and we design updated graphics for all of those channels included with the site build package. And that is the end. Happy Friday, everybody. For more information on website builds and digital marketing, be sure to follow our group. The link is in the description. And have a great Friday, everyone.